All right. That was a short clip of a lady preparing kids for her stepkids. Who want to go first on this one?
Go ahead, Toya.
What did she use to wash the chicken with?
Yeah,
It wasn't washed.
that was the first.
The chicken wasn't washed.
So, besides the chicken being washed, right? Let's get some context.
Go ahead. Let her finish. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Infection control nurse here.
Yo, there's a guy that I follow on social media. He's from Canada.
Oh, he cut out.
Yeah,
He got hit in the matrix.
Yo, listen. I always say, man, this is why you can't eat from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you do at potlucks?
You gotta
don't eat.
Sometime you look hot dogs.
How do you know
this is why when I do
their meat and who doesn't?
When I do barbecues, the one thing I always hit is the hot dog. Can't mess the hot dog up too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying away from certain stuff depending on whose house I'm at. But by now, we should all know a lot of people don't wash their meat. You know what I mean? They came up with excuses of, well, we all West Indians, so we understand what it means to, like, she took that junk right out the package.
All right, let me bring it back. Let me bring it back to the base subject here, right? So she was preparing lunch for her stepkids. Any thoughts on that? She didn't seem happy at all, right?
No enthusiasm whatsoever.
Because these were like for little kids, right?
Yes. So I got one more video to play after this, right? But what happened with this one, right? When I seen this video, I got irritated the same way. I'm like, hey, how could you not want to cook for kids, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, something is off with this one, right? So let me run the second video so you get more context to this one, because this one was more a context-based video, right? Here we go.
Eggs for them kids, okay? They didn't come out of my cooter, so please tell me how I'm the one responsible for their food and making them food. I'm getting really annoyed because on my last video, like, I was posting, making food for the kids, my husband's kids that I did not sign up for, which is 100% true. Like, okay, I didn't sign up for the kids. He didn't tell me about his 6 kids from his baby mama. Mind you, all different baby mamas. He didn't tell me about that until 3 months later. So tell me exactly how that's my fault. And tell me exactly how I'm supposed to be the one cooking for them kids. Because I don't want those kids. I never signed up for them. I'm not their biological mother, so I don't owe them crap. So for y'all to come out here on my page here telling me that I need to cook better food and do better and blah, blah, blah. I don't have no kids, okay? I don't owe them nothing. So if I slap some ravioli or SpaghettiOs together, well, then that's what they're going to get, okay? Because fed is best and food is food, okay? So stop coming for me in the dang comments telling me that I need to do better and I need to be a better mom. And y'all trying to tag the baby mamas or whatever, trying to tell them to come after me and stuff. Well, guess what, honey? It ain't going to work because I already have every single one of them baby mamas blocked. And if they try me and they come over to my house, they're going to see what's up. So keep on. So don't play with me. Don't play with me. And if you're in the comments throwing shade and stuff, mind your own business. Mind your own business.
All right. So does the energy match why the way she's cooking?
It sure does. These are her husband's kids?
Yep.
Now, how long she been married to this man? Or how long they been together before she found out about the rest of the kids?
Well, here's 3 months. But they still got married. Now, she said, did she say 3 months after they got married or 3 months since they were dating?
No, well, she said she found out 3 months after she got married. She said she didn't know before. She didn't know he had kids.
Right.
Before.
So that part, like, how long were they together?
Well, they got married.
Before they got married.
We don't know, but they got married, so it had to be important. But shouldn't that be discussed before, though?
It should, but it sounds like he intentionally kept that information from her.
Allegedly.
Well, we can't assume it.
Allegedly.
Well, he did. He kept it from her because she's.
Well, we don't know if she's telling the truth either.
Well, why
We don't know if she flat out asked the question.
I know.
There's a lot of people that come into situations not knowing what's going on and they find out after. Like there's someone I know who didn't know her stepdad was part of a polygamous marriage. She didn't know that she was gonna have not her stepdad, father-in-law. She didn't know she was gonna have multiple mother-in-laws. And this happened after the marriage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if this all went down after, and she is, because the way she looks real disengaged. Now,
yeah,
I think that she could basically file for an annulment type situation.
But what if she's in love with the guy?
Well, it's something she's gonna have to accept. But to drop 6 kids on somebody, that's all.
That's a lot.
That's not one. Or like if it's one, you could be like, oh, yeah, I got. And she said multiple baby mamas, so they're not.
This sheds light on so many things about the topic of marriage. Period. Like, you really got to sit down and think of all the questions that you're gonna ask.
Isn't that okay? There's 2 conversations you have to have before you get married. You could pass a lot of things. 1, I was born a man and now I'm might be something else. 2, I got 6 kids and 5 baby mamas. Those are 2 most important things because they're gonna show out once we start. Like at some point, the kids gonna come over. At some point, we may get together. I just let you know the plumbing might be a little different. But those are 2 conversations. Now, 12 is laughing because there's a guy that said, I should wait at least 3 days to let him know I'm a guy.
I know that video. But
3 days.
P. Hold on, P. I'm laughing because it shouldn't take you until marriage to figure out if she did into the damn man. That's what I'm laughing.
We've seen those clips.
I know it happened.
Now, okay,
I know it happens.
I'm mainly talking about the ones that had the surgery, not the ones. Yeah, listen. That's what I was saying. They could slide by for a few months.
No. It's no way. Well, I can't say no way because I had to change my frame of mind on this. And I know you could give some point to this, Toya, right? In the sense of the terminology and the medical field and all of that. I know this will be your expertise. But what I would say is and I used to say, is no way a man could tell, but for a young man or men that don't know the activity, I don't think they would know. But if a guy is more frequently active, I think he should know. That's what I'm changing it to. I'm kind of conforming and changing my thing. Because at first I'm like, a man should know, right? But if you have no experience, how would you know? So that's what changed my frame of mind.
Yeah.
Let's bring it to Toya. What's your thoughts?
I feel like that's something that should be revealed right away. I think it's only right. And the repercussions of them finding out days later, that could be real dangerous.
Yeah.
I think the most important part that Toya brought up is how long were they together before they got married? Because there is no way that they were together for, say, 2 months and one of his kids didn't pop up. Or she lived in another state, they were far, where their lives didn't, but it doesn't make, if you got 6 kids and a couple of different baby moms, one of them gonna pop up, even if y'all seen each other for a week.
Right.
So if they were dating for a long time and he hid that from them, that means he's not even a father to his kids, really.
Good point. Because I actually seen a similar video where a guy, I forgot, they got a name for it. They got a name for guys that are married and go into relationship, build families. That he has a whole family, goes into a whole next family, and the lady doesn't know.
Yeah,
he's doing everything. And I seen a video like that where the lady's like, "Damn, my man has a wife." You know what I'm saying? And that was her whole video. Is like she's showing video of him bonding with her kids, waking up, making breakfast, doing everything. But he has a whole different family, you know? So she didn't know as well. She didn't know. He just moved in.
It's one thing to disclose things, and it's another thing for people to just blatantly lie. You know, so these are important questions that need to be asked. You know,
because the thing is,
how many kids do you have? How many baby mamas? What's the expectation? Are we going to have a blended family? You know, otherwise, if you don't have these conversations, things will just fall on you by default.
I wonder if she even ever asked.
That too.
But all right, that's a good question. But if I meet you under the impression that you're single, I haven't seen your kids, I'm under the impression that you're a single woman. Because it's like this. Most people, I got to watch my words. Most people would say, hey, when you're getting to know someone, be like, hey, do you have kids? These are early precursor conversations. Mm-hmm. Do you have kids? Are you single? You know, are you, all of these questions. We're not waiting until to find out, like P said, wait until marriage to find out it's a dude. But I'm playing there, but you get what I'm trying to say? But you would ask all these questions. You would have all these icebreaker questions for that individual. I don't think she would go through that far, marry someone, and not kind of bring up a lot of these questions. That's my assumption.
And the other thing is how all of a sudden she has to watch all these kids. Well, who was watching them before?
Good question.
Good question. Mm-hmm. Because she didn't say, oh, I'm watching one of his kids today. She said, I'm watching his 6 kids. So that means he got them all at the same time. Is it maybe the summer break, maybe?
Probably.
Maybe he's trying to create a unit. You know, sometimes you want all your kids to be together.
Right.
So then she's going to sign up the task
that he has to have with her.
Right. There was some communication fallout.
Big.
Like, I think you bring up a good point. I think it was like a summer vacation because she would have said, living with her because he would have to have custody of all his kids. And if he had custody of all the kids, she would have found out.
Exactly. Unless these kids live in another state. Yeah. Or another county, maybe. So they're not in the same school district. So maybe summer, what vacation just went by? Christmas. Winter. Maybe they're all coming for New Year's or something.
Right.
Because this clip, how old do you think that clip is?
I got to pull it up, but I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? If it could be from a past, something that recently happened, but I just don't see how you get married and then drop 6 kids on somebody. Like.
So the question then becomes, right? Is it an issue of him having a certain amount of kids or a certain amount of baby mamas?
I don't think it really matters. 6
what
kids.
Was your question, Winston?
Well, okay. Yeah, you got to come a little closer.
I got you. My question was, is it an issue of him having 6 kids or 6 different baby mamas?
I think it's the 6 kids issue.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing on that.
Wait, but she did say that she had to block the baby mamas.
Right.
So I think it's both. Obviously, if she had to block them, they were bringing some kind of drama.
Yeah. Another thing too, because it's multiple baby mamas, some of these kids are all the same age. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably looking at 5 of them 4, one of them 5. They could be staggered, whatever. But if it was the same woman, these kids would have been a lot older. So she wouldn't have to worry about that. But I think these.
Because I was going to say, P, we talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
If the kids were older, it wouldn't have been an issue.
No.
Because let's say he has 6 kids, right? All his kids are 14 and up, 16 and up, 18 and up.
It's not an issue.
It's not an issue.
They could be feeding themselves. She wouldn't have to be in the kitchen. Plop, plop.
So that's where that comes down to. I think is the age of the kids. So these kids have to be young kids because, like we said, this wouldn't have been an issue. It's like this.
Okay.
Older couples.
So hold on. So you don't think even if say it was 6 older kids and the same thing happened, you think it would be a lot different?
Way different. Because your kids are adults.
Yeah, but finding out they got 6 kids.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. Because you got to remember your kids are on their own. They ain't come to live with you.
Right. It's like her finding out about these 6 kids that are much younger. It's like he's just put a big responsibility on her, unbeknownst to her.
Yeah, I think the fact that he dropped the kids, he seemed like he just dropped them on her without her even knowing, and she's responsible for them now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so this one, I think the age does matter because I think if the kids were older, so we got a better baseline.
And she looks young too.
Yeah, she looks young. So the guy probably might be older. Or he probably have, like we said, multiple baby mama and they're all around the same age. But we had this discussion before, P, and I think if she was definitely the kids were definitely older, I don't think it would have been an issue. Because it's like, imagine someone in their 50, 60 getting married and their kids all grown. The guy don't really care how much kids you have because they're all on their on their own. So it shouldn't be a big deal.